Well, I have some bad news to report, but before I get started, I need to go over some topics. First of all, I apologize for the whiskers. Wasn't feeling well yesterday. I got the stomach flu or something. I don't know. It was just a little bug. Strangest thing. I don't think I've ever experienced anything like it. Carolyn went down to cook breakfast at 9 a.m. and I was fine. By the time she got done with the sausage and eggs, I was sick. Terribly sick. I didn't know if I was going to be able to eat the eggs and sausage. I got it down, but it only stayed down for a few minutes. And kind of went through the day, stomach cramps. But I felt like it was getting better every hour. I took a little nap, probably the longest nap I've taken in a long time. It was a 30-minute nap. Got up, felt a lot better. Got my tax bill, so I went through all that and paid the tax bill. And by 9 o'clock that night, I had still some stomach cramps, but I was 80% better. And today, I'm fine, like it never happened. So it's just crazy. I've never seen anything go that fast. So as you know, we've been trying to get some chicks going here, and I guess you can hear them in the background. We tried to incubate 21 eggs, and we only got 2 chicks out of it. We're pretty sure, we're just guessing, but we're still pretty sure that the rooster has been rejected by the hens, that he just was introduced to a flock that was an established flock, and they just didn't want anything to do with him. I've said in previous videos that when we first got him, he would get up on the roost, but now he won't even get up on the roost. They won't let him up there, I guess. I don't know. And he sleeps on the floor in the chicken coop. Strangest thing. And now that I've kind of observed this and figured this out or guessed my way into it, I've been watching him, and like when I give him treats, we give him a treat, we call it a treat, it's just chicken food with bacon grease in it. All the hens will go and eat, and he stands in the back and waits for them to get done. Usually the male is the first one to go in there to eat, so I guess he's been rejected, so we'll have to figure out something different with that, get rid of him, I'm sure. So we got 2 chicks out of it. We noticed that he does mate with a Brahma, a white Brahma, and a black Americana. And like the Brahma, maybe a half a dozen times, has went down on the floor and slept with him. So I guess they get along. So we got 2 chicks, and it's Carolyn's pretty confident. One's from a Brahma and the other one's from a Americana. Something to do with their feet. Not really clear on it. I thought it was feathers, but that turned out not to be true. So we got the 2. And so they're just doing really good. A couple things I want to mention is, we use these water bottles to keep them warm. We put hot water in them. And that does really good. The only problem with them is they can leak. So like last night we had this one, the cap popped clear off of it. So we have to be careful with that because they don't like getting wet, and they'll let you know right away. So right before I went to bed, like I said, I was not feeling well. They got all excited and they were chirping as much as they're chirping right now, which was odd because they were all asleep. So I came over here and the lid popped open, so we had to clean all that up. So we definitely need a better system, but this one works pretty good. I think what happens is the water's so hot, it's 140 degrees in the bottle when we put the hot water in there, that the pressure might expand and pop that lid off. I'm not sure, but it happens occasionally. Well, tomorrow we're supposed to get a heating pad. I said pad, it's a heating plate actually. I'm pretty satisfied with this purchase if it works, obviously. 30 watts is what it's going to take, which is that's not a lot of electric. I figure what that is less than 3 amps from our battery. So it'll be 12 volts times 2.8 amps, something like that. I mean, it's really not much. So we'll be able to handle that pretty good with all our batteries. This is 60 amps, the incubator, and we ran that just fine. Of course, it's been so extremely cloudy. This winter just won't stop. It was 27 degrees last night. So hopefully it'll warm up. we're going to take these guys down to the camper tomorrow. And we'll put that heat plate on it because it's supposed to be here probably around 10 o'clock is my guess. We'll put that heat plate in there and see how it does. Now, it's supposed to cool back down into, I guess, sub-freezing temperatures again, so we'll bring them back up when that happens. We don't want to risk it. Besides that, the water would freeze, and just don't want to risk it. I don't understand why I get some of the comments I get. They talk like they're experts. People talk like they're experts. And with the world of Google, I mean, think about it. You have every answer to every question that you can possibly imagine. I'm certain of it. Well, of course, the ones that haven't been discovered, I guess we don't know, but regardless. So I said we were going to get this heat plate. Now, it's designed for chickens. The plate sits over the chicks and heats them up just like a heat lamp does. A heat lamp's got like, I don't know, 80, 90, 100 watts. I mean, it's pretty hefty, so we didn't want to use that. So we did a lot of research trying to figure this out. And somebody said, well, all you really need is a small electric blanket. It uses less amps and it will shut off, kick on, kick off, kick on, kick off. Your batteries will definitely be able to handle that. Apparently they didn't look. Now, I'm pretty confident this guy is from van life. When we were living as nomads, everybody wanted us to get rid of propane heat. You don't need it. Don't need propane heat, huh? Just get yourself an electric blanket, a DC current, you know, AC, DC current, battery current, car current, electric blanket. They don't use hardly any electric at all. It'll keep you warm just fine. Yeah, as long as you're staying in bed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But when you're up and wanting to make a video or edit a video, are you really going to wrap yourself in an electric blanket? Now, I don't know. I didn't look. I didn't Google it. But I guess they use less amps than anything else. Well, my batteries are 100 feet that way. I can't run DC up here, no matter how many amps it is. That would be a lot of wire, and I don't want to spend that kind of money on a wire. So I Googled electric blanket, small electric blanket. And what came up was a cat heating pad for cats. I thought, well, that'd be about the right size, I guess. So I looked at it, 35 watts. Now, the thing that we're buying is 30 watts. The thing they want me to buy is 35 watts. Let's do the math. 35 minus 30 means theirs is 5 more watts than mine. Man, it's simple math, but no, this is gonna save your batteries. Don't worry about it, you're gonna be great. Go spin. And the thing was like 30 bucks, so it was as much as the thing that we bought. So I don't see the savings at all. And I just don't understand why people don't Google before they comment. Well, I know what it is. They've heard in all these van life videos, get yourself a DC electric blanket. Well, they don't know the difference between DC and AC. They have no idea what's going on. They just hear some van lifer saying, I live in a mansion in Nevada and I pretend to live in an ambulance occasionally. I go around calling myself Moses. And I own this company that helps people live in a van. That's right, for the low price of living in the desert, all you gotta do is come to my organization. We'll give you a van and take your home away from you so you can live in the desert while I go back home to my mansion. These people are lying to you about the van life, folks. Don't listen to them. It is a hoax. They want you to live in a desert so they can make a bunch of money from their organization, and they all quit. Everybody quits living van life. We lived out on the road for 3 or 4 years. It was miserable. It's hard. Why do it? You're just going to quit. And if you do it, that's fine. But they're not gospel. They are lying to you. Believe me. People on YouTube telling you to go live in a van in the desert, quit your job, live happily ever after, when the sunset goes down. I know people, I didn't see them. I've known 2 who died in the desert. One from heat exhaustion, couldn't get out of the desert because they had no gas money. They were stuck. So they died. The other one died of cancer. Had no way of getting the medical treatment or back to his family. I don't know. They lie to you. So don't come over to my channel and tell me what these van lifers are saying, because I don't believe them. I went through it. They lie. Okay, enough about my soapbox. Now, like I said yesterday, we bought 20 chicks. So that gave us 22 because we had the 2 that we incubated. Now, out of that, we're going to get a few roosters. Somebody said, don't hold your breath. Last time I incubated, I got 15 roosters out of my 16 eggs. Okay, well, seems quite unlikely, but that's fine. But she has given us pullets. Pullets are females. Now, there is a 70% chance that I'll get a female, a 30% chance that I'll get a male. When you do the math, that means you'll get about 5 roosters out of this batch. I mean, you can go to Orchlands. They do the same thing. So I don't know. Better watch out what you wish for. I mean, that's what he said. Well, I didn't wish for anything. I'll tell you what I did. I had a plan that I was going to incubate some eggs. The eggs didn't hatch. I knew that was a possibility because back in January I made a video that said that. So they didn't hatch, so what was our backup plan? To buy chicks. So let's say all these chicks turn out to be roosters. Oh, what are you gonna do? Better watch out what you wish for. No, I'll just eat them. I mean, it's food. I don't even understand the statement. I don't wish for anything. I have a plan, a backup plan, and a third plan. I tell you, the comment section is just trash sometimes. I mean, there's a lot of good people, don't get me wrong, but 90% of them, I just delete. I just get rid of them. They have no idea what they're talking about. They're spreading trash. They're spreading misinformation. They just spread garbage. When Google is right there. And every time somebody tells me to go do something, I Google it. Every time. And every time that I would say 99% of the time, they're wrong. So I guess we need to watch out what we're wishing for because we had some bad luck yesterday. Terrible news. Out of the 20 that we purchased, 2 died yesterday. They were really small. Don't know why they died. They may have gotten smothered by the others. They may have been sick. Who knows what it was. Well, it can't be smothered. One of them died. I woke up 4:30, and when Carolyn got up, she checked all of them. Now, I check them all too. I go around and I touch them all, make sure they move. And when I got up, they all moved. So when she got up, she says, uh-oh, we got a dead one in there. So I went and picked it up, and it was still warm, so it just died. And then a little while later, she noticed one that wasn't feeling well. So she took it out. She hand fed it some water, with the eyedropper. I'm not sure what else she did. She did a few other things. Vinegar water. And it ended up passing away while she was holding it. So yeah, this is just, better watch out what you wish for. Well, no, you're gonna lose. Just like the other day, someone said, I incubated for 40 years and I've never lost an egg. They've all hatched for me. You don't know what you're doing. That's just not possible. It is a lie. You are lying. I doubt if you even raised chickens, ever raised chickens. And if you ever did, it was probably when you were 5 years old, your grandma and grandpa did it. So I don't know why you come in here in my comment section. I am showing you evidence of what we have. I am showing you and explaining to you a lot of information. And instead of trying to learn from that information so you can raise your own chickens, you're making stuff up. I don't get it. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video where I was talking about these chickens where we bought them. So I hope I can inspire you to do your research so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.